The other day I was browsing for a vacuum cleaner or a Hoover and came across this. This cost me very little money. I will tell you how much later on in the video. But unlike most videos where I show a box and the thing that it's inside it is far more exciting than what the box depicts, no, today we have a Hoover Generation Future Eco G to have a look at. Let's see what I bought and what is wrong with it. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? Yes, for once I have bought a cleaner what matches the box. Inside of this box should be a Hoover Telios Plus. Doesn't that just roll off the tongue? Although it's 1100 watts, which doesn't seem very eco-friendly to me nowadays in 2022. Of course, back in the day, 1000 watts was incredibly low energy and whatnot, etc. Right, as you can tell, it is packaged up actually. This is, by all accounts, I think either brand new or used very lightly. So we have ourselves an instruction manual. We shall not read that later. We have ourselves a hose, look, a hose. We have ourselves a turbo pet hair tool. Where is it? There it is, pet hair remover. Don't think you're going to be removing much pet hair. We have the carpet and hard floor brush with a signs of use, look, slightly dirty thing there. So yeah, not quite sure why it's packaged up when it is indeed used. Oh, hello. That was in the box, but that doesn't look like anything that goes with this, so we'll leave that there for now. Here is an extension tube. Again, very little use, but there is some on there. And then finally the, oh look, it's all open. Ah, well that answers the question. Then look, it has small tools. Finally, the machine itself. Look, there's another. I think this is part of it somewhere. Where have I just put it? Oh my goodness. Because look, this is an opposing for that look. That clicks into there. I won't do it in case I mess it up. But yeah, oh, no idea what that is indeed. Yeah, that is it. For the box, we have ourselves, yes, actually a Hoover Eco G. Plus whatever it is. Yeah, 1100 watts VS18. It's a very attractive Hoover Telios actually, and I'm looking at it now for the first time and barely a mark on it, which is excellent news indeed. And yeah, it just so happens it's brand new-ish. Well, it's had use, but you know, show you the tools, but they're all sort of there. No, what we need to focus on is the machine itself, because this thing, and oh look, I'm already starting to see a few little scratches, although they are ever so faint. This machine doesn't work, and hoping that we can figure out why. So let's get a little bit closer and we'll take a better look at the machine, see if we can find some clues. There we go. Now, I should confess that of course, this machine was advertised as not working. It doesn't work. Doesn't do anything. They don't know. Well, they didn't say it on the listing, and I didn't think much about it, and I bought it because, you know, I'll do a video of it, etc. I got a message saying, are you sure that you understand that this thing does not work? And I went, yes. And it arrived. So yes, this is dead. We're going to see if we can work out why. Now let's start at the back of the machine with the post motor filter. If this thing's been on fire or, you know, stuff's blown through, this should be disgusting. And it actually smells brand new. In fact, in there looks brand new as well. So we haven't got a burnt motor. Oh, bless Hoover. Doesn't that look lovely until you realise it's painted on, and nothing at all to do with anything else. And almost looked like water there, didn't it? But it's just the finish of the plastic. So yes, we are into, you know, horrific territory for Hoover. We're going to test this in more detail in a minute, but we'll have the flex out. I think we're going to have to open this up to check. I'm not plugging it in until we have done some due diligence. And if you peek into here, you can sometimes see where the flex enters the reel. That looks fine. Whoa, that is fine. You know. I want to open it up to test the cable before it goes any further. So, okay, the two things are fine. Let's have a look, if I can work out the best way to do it to show you. And the small tools, look, because yes, the Hoover Telios has done this for years. So we have a slightly used dusting brush. Little bit used and trashed for the time it's had. Upholstery brush and a little tiny Stevie crevice tool. How lovely indeed. Nice full set of tools for our Hoover. Now, what's in here going to look like? Empty, no bag, but we do have, thankfully, and I think it's just off, the bag holder. So whatever, that is slightly better. And again, a pretty much unused, little bit dusty, pretty much unused filter as well. So this thing apparently doesn't work, and I can already see the screws that I think we have to go for. Up, yes, there, and whatever, who knows. I'm going to go and take the lid off this and get the multimeter out, and we'll do some probing. Before we go too far, we should of course check the fuse, because that is the sensible thing to do before tearing a machine apart. And fuse is absolutely fine. So onwards to be a part. The lid is off, fairly simple. You've got to remove the power switch because there is a screw there, and yes, very similar to that Hoover Lifetime Telios Ariane thing that we had once upon a time. And I can see nothing immediately obvious but the live terminal. So we'll put one end here, put one end here, no problem. With the live, the neutral is this other red wire, and it comes around here and connects to there, and it's also absolutely fine. So we have no problem with our wire. The switch should be okay. Test that now. If I can remember, we'll work out where it goes and turn the switch on. Nothing wrong with the switch either, so don't see anything immediately obvious. Obviously haven't got any further than this. We will go there next, but what I'm going to spend 5 minutes doing is just checking all the solder joints on here, because nothing bad, and I'll give it a clean up, but there's a little bit of corrosion on there. If I find nothing else the matter with it, and the two worst wires are the wires from the speed control, which is slightly odd. I don't know, we'll give them a clean up, but yeah, I'm going to go 1 level deeper now. We'll go say hello to the motor. Here is our motor, look, very nice indeed. Cannot take it off at all because it's, oh no, it is crimped, aha, on that one. Oh, yes, I can. If I remove the thermal cutout as well, we can take off the pins from the motor, which looks pretty much brand new. I'm not going to bother taking the things off. There is little wrong with it. Looks literally brand new. Look, that armature, my camera's making that look darker than it is. Maybe we should just go for a turn on. There's nothing burning. That is literally a brand new Chinesian motor. Nothing's wrong there. We'll give this all a little bit of a scrub. Well, I'll give all this a little bit of a scrub up. Check that we don't need any blown joint. I mean, it almost looks like someone's been in here before. That solder looks a bit iffy, but I see no other reasons. Yeah, those white wires there, but I see no other signs of anybody's been in here at all, so I don't think they have. But it was definitely solder's not working, and the guy definitely messaged me twice, well once, and it was on the listen, to say this doesn't work. So, curious. Let me clean things up a bit and we'll give it a bit of a turn on. Well, I don't quite know what his little problem is. There's something amiss with it, but everything seems okay. So I have it plugged into my RCD socket. Are we ready? No. The motor's probably completely dead in it. Let's have a double check. Some utter chaos has passed, and seems an inside of our, look, very clean motor. Told you she was very clean. Look, barely any wear on that. Where are the carbons? Look, they are pretty brand new, to be honest. They haven't even worn themselves smooth. What I then saw was, where are we? Look, this is the coil, and note these are where the carbon brushes sit. On this side, I think it is. Yes, look, it's pretty well attached in there. On this side, look at that, look, we have ourselves a broken coil wire, and I broke a wire trying to get the flipping thing apart, so I do have to put a new crimp on the thing, but that is my fault, and I shall sort that out now, and we'll pop this back together and we'll see if it now runs. There's also, I noted, the fan has been making movement. That orange stuff is this, look, from the fan case, this sort of, I think it was a rubber seal, and it's now a bit of a torn rubber seal, but it should be fine. Oh, and this is just, ugh, this is just falling to bits. It's all stuck to the fan case. Very odd indeed. Right, back together. In theory, this should be as together as we need to get. The motor screwed down, everything's plugged in, and the switch is turned on. It's going to explode. Aha! Seems okay. Hey, I think our problem all along, well, this one's problem, it's not a problem of ours until I went and bought it. Still haven't told you how much I spent on it yet, but we now have a more viable working cleaner. I'm going to get this looking a little bit less like this and a little bit more, you know, as it should. Oh my goodness, we got it working! Right, wasn't fully expecting to get this far. So, it runs, we don't have a bag. We do have a bag housing, but no bag. And actually, this is completely bent up as well. I think this has been sat down with the machine on once or twice. However, what we do have under here, look, is a little seal. If we take off the little seal, we can take a horrible pattern Miele bag, and it fits on there very nicely indeed. There's a little bit of a tuppy nippy into there. We have two superfluous pieces and a nice bag in our Hoover Eco G. Crikey. Suppose we best work out what tools we do have, don't we? Because, yeah, haven't got that far. Right, let's see if we can work out what those two bits of plastic are all about either. So we do have ourselves a very good hose. Don't think that's broken at all. Nice thing there. So the machine hasn't seen much use really before it killed itself, and that seems okay in there. Oh, what are the ones like? Oh, nice, typical cheap, not bad though, not bad. Telescopic ones, not the cheapest ones you can get. And then, oh well, we'll have our slightly dirty Hoover branded floor tool. I mean, it's not the cheapest of cheap ones because the front brushes are actually quite nice rather than the cheap style, but they can be. And look, ta-da! And we may as well unwrap. Has this ever been used? I think not. The pet hair remover brush. Ha, fantastic. And we can plug her back in, I suppose. We need to do that. Oh. And in theory, it should turn on again. Minimum. It's bit quiet. I'm sort of hoping that the coil wire doesn't blow again. I think it's just been run hot. Bless it. I don't know. Let's give it a go. I mean, for a cheap vacuum cleaner, the wand is a nice size. I'm not finding myself having to bend down like I do with other cheap vacuum cleaners, so that's a bonus. Yeah. That's a bit tall. There we go. Not bad. Hey, that works very well indeed. Should we try the pet hair remover tool? That's not actually terrible. Whoa. Hello. That's actually not too bad at all. Wow. Would you look at that? We have ourselves a perfectly working, pretty much brand new, I think, Hoover Eco-G TT1100, which had a coil wire broken off of the carbon brush terminal, and which I paid £12 for, plus £2.50 shipping, and it came via DPD. So I think they must just have a lot of crap and they sell it cheap going by their shop. But yeah, I gambled £12 and I now have myself a fully working, if admittedly pretty terrible, vacuum cleaner. But it's not actually the worst iteration of Telios that they did. The thing is very smart, it runs very well, it's not too loud. For £12 I'm happy enough with it. So who knows what will happen with this. We have fixed it, we have improved upon it, and it runs once more. Work out what to do next with it really. But until that point, I thank you very much for watching. Have you got a Hoover Eco-G and would like to share any experiences with it, good or bad, let me know. But until then, I and this Hoover Eco-G will see you soon.